Here's one of the models that I love to use as a part of our foundational leadership. So our foundation, our outcome is building character. And this layer we call leading yourself, because when you lead yourself well, you build character. And so at this layer we speak about our value, our identity, and our purpose. And I love the language from this model. The language from this model equips young leaders, emerging leaders, and adults with the words that they need to describe actually what's happening in their leadership journey. The topic I love to speak about most is potential. I want you to imagine this red rope I've got on the ground is resembling your potential. How cool is that you have potential? I want you to imagine that your potential is unlimited. Your potential is unlimited because you have the God of the universe living inside of you, and He can do anything. So that means if you were to try something completely new, your potential would actually grow. What you could do next is actually even bigger. And so your identity is growing as you try new things. This is the first concept I love to share. The second question I love to share is, how much of your potential are you living in right now? We call this our self-concept. This is how we see ourselves and how we think other people see us. And this is a really strong motivation for us, how we think other people see us and how we see ourselves. This is the green rope. You can see that our self-concept is partly inside our potential, but there's a part of the way that we see ourselves and the way that we think other people see us that's actually not inside our potential. The part that's inside of our potential is true, but the part that's outside of our potential we call our illusions. Now, the problems with illusions is that they deceive us. We actually think these are true, and that's why they're part of our self-concept. So the way we see ourselves is built on some truth and some illusion. Now, as we speak about this, our overall goal is for people, as they start to understand their value and their identity and their purpose, is to see that if we grow our self-concept and start to understand our true potential, we move our self-concept into our potential, and then our illusions actually decrease. This is the process that leaders are always undergoing so that they can grow their character. You want to grow your character in the truth. Love this model. You can see that there's a couple of avenues now for some further discussion, like what actually is your potential? What's the difference between your potential and my potential? There's a difference in our calling. There's a difference in our design. We could speak about our self-concept. So what is it about how you see yourself and about how you think other people see you? Where did this come from? What are the things that you are agreeing with that are true, that are accurate? And then we can go into illusions and look at the things that we believe about ourselves that actually aren't true. Where do your illusions come from? Why do you believe those things? Two things about illusions. Firstly, we have positive illusions, those illusions that make me think that I'm better than you. So I have to put you down to try and build myself up. And negative illusions. And negative illusions are the lies that we believe that I'm not as good, I'm not good enough. You're better than I am. And some of those things are just not true. So these discussions really help unpack and give language to help young leaders speak about where does their value system, their identity system, and their sense of purpose really come from. That's how I use this model. It would be great to use this model on the hike.